Hey guys, today is a very special day, and I'm not sure if you know why. Today is the first day of our brand new month, which is May, but it's also a kind of special holiday that started years and years and years ago, and it's called May Day. And May Day is kind of perfect for quarantine life because it involves sneaking up, surprising somebody by just dropping something off on their porch and running away. You don't even see them. Surprise, surprise. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about a little bit more of what May Day is, but I'm going to start getting you set on a project. So you might want to go get some paper, and if you only have lined paper, that's okay. You can always do projects with lined paper, but I will be doing it today with different colored construction paper. The first thing we're going to do is you're going to make a bouquet of fake flowers, or you can get real flowers if you don't go pick out flowers from outside. You can pick dandelions. But I'm going to start showing you how you make your bouquet, the thing that's going to hold it together. So I have a construction piece of paper here, and it's basically the size of a square. You can start off rectangle because I'll show you, I'll probably even end up cutting mine down a little bit too. Now the first thing, so mine's kind of already folded because I was practicing, is I'm going to go from the bottom, and I want to kind of fold like a triangle. Fold it up to almost where like it's kind of going on a straight line across, almost to the middle. I'm going to put a nice fold on it. See that? Fold it up. And I'm going to fold the other side. Now, mine don't meet perfectly, and that is okay. See, mine doesn't match that one perfectly. But I was going to fold it back up from the other side, just like I did this side. Fold it. Now I'm going to take some glue. You can use any kind of glue. I'm going to use my Elmer's liquid glue. But if you are even more advanced, you can get a stapler out. I didn't have my stapler handy. Otherwise, that would have been so much easier. So once I get that's another thing with liquid glue. You gotta get it going. All right, it's going. I'm gonna glue it. These two pieces, I'm gonna glue them together. I'm not gluing them to the back side. I'm gluing it on the front side, okay? So I'm gonna glue them together. You might have to like kind of force them together. See, mine didn't match up very well, and that's okay. Because this is all about making it for somebody else, and that's all right. So see, mine doesn't match up perfectly, but I'm gluing it together. And then you're going to, as it's gluing, you're going to fold these together. So see, it's okay. I guess technically you could put it on the back side if you needed to. See how it's going to fold it kind of like together? You're now going to glue like this together, or staple it, make it easier on you. But I'm going to just use my glue, because I figured most of you guys would probably just have glue anyways. So I put glue on the line, straight down the side, and I'm going to glue it together. So now May Day is celebrated because they want to celebrate that spring has come back. Now spring has already kind of happened for a few days, and they just chose to celebrate on the first day of May. And that's okay. They don't have to celebrate on actual first day of spring. But yeah, so that's why they were celebrating May Day, is that spring is back. And now I have a bouquet. Now if you think that's kind of annoying, you can trim it down. You can put designs in it. So I'm gonna like go up and down and make designs for my bouquet. This is just a thing that holds the flowers. Do you have to make yours look like mine? No. Can it? Sure. I have a bouquet. Just gonna have to keep that gluing together. You could even use that for decorations too later on if you want to save it. But now I have my bouquet. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to make flowers. And I'm going to keep telling you a little bit more and more about... it popped open. So you got to make sure you're holding it together. these, staples are phenomenal. Anyway, I'm gonna keep telling you a little bit more and more about May Day. So this is celebrated not only in America, but in a lot of countries over in another continent called Europe. So you might have heard of like Finland or Germany, Denmark, France, and I'm not positive all these countries that I'm even listing are the exact ones that celebrate them, but a lot of them over there is kind of where it originated from too, because it's from like really ancient days. And then even some countries that are in like the really hot areas like Costa Rica, some more southern, will celebrate May Day also. All right. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start making flowers. And again, if you have lined paper, not a problem. You can do the same exact stuff with lined paper. You just gotta add some color to it by coloring it. So I am going to draw myself an outline of a flower. Does it have to be perfect? No. See, I just make a lot of loops. I have a flower. Now I'm gonna cut it out. Now, a lot of the countries over in Europe do another special thing that we don't do. I kind of wish we did it because that'd be really cool. They have a May Day pole, and they have like a full out celebration with their town. So like we don't really do that, and it's kind of a tradition that's going away. So I like to celebrate it every year because I like to keep the tradition alive. And so, all right, so I have my flower, and if you want, you can take another color. You can cut out a circle. If you need to draw a circle, you can draw a circle, but I'm just gonna kind of make my own circle as I go. Is it a perfect circle? No. Does it work? Yes. And I'm gonna glue it right in the middle. So they have a May Day pole, and it's mostly for like kids will do it. They all connect a ribbon to the pole, and they all make a circle around it, and they all spin and sing and dance and go around the pole, and it covers the whole pole with all these ribbons. It's very pretty. Voila, a flower. You can make a ton of different flowers, how many that you want. Now, I'm gonna show you another suggestion. Because guess what? I like candy, so I have a nice little candy bag here. And you can do some fun things with your candy for the person you're going to surprise. Like, here's a Rolo. I love Rolos. I don't really want to share this, but I'm going to. Because it's May Day. I'm going to glue my Rolo to the middle of my flower. So I'm going to put some glue down. And it's all closed. I'm not gluing the chocolate. And it needs to dry a little. But now it's even more of a real life flower and has a Rolo, and they get to have a little treat. So you can do that if you want. You don't have to use Rolos. You can use anything you want, like Hershey Kisses, and this one's almond because Miss Cox loves almond, like chocolate and almond. Oh, love it. You could even, let me show you what you can do with a Tootsie Roll because you might like this one too. I'm going to, and again, if drawing helps you, totally fine. I'm going to make a butterfly. I'm going to flat out just tell you what I'm doing. So I'm making the little middle part, which is a big, long oval. I'm using green, just because I want green. And then, you know what, maybe since my pink's here, I'm going to make my butterfly. Now, I'll show you how to draw it, because that one might be a little trickier for you just to know where to cut. So I'm going to draw a straight line. You're basically going to make a B, okay? That's what you're going to do. You make a B. And you don't have to draw it backwards. You can do two B's, same exact direction, because when you cut them out, you just flip it upside down. All right. Now with May Day baskets, again, this was to celebrate the beginning of spring, but it's very fun to make it a tradition that you randomly go to somebody's house. It could be a friend, it could be a grandparent, or just be a neighbor or someone you just don't know. Maybe you know there's an old lady who lives by herself down the street and you just want to give her something that's going to brighten her day. I did that when I was your age. I brought home a May Day project from school and my mom said, you know what? We have a neighbor a little bit down the street who lives all by herself and I bet this will just make her the happiest person. So we went to go surprise her, you know, and run up to her porch, drop it off, and run away, but she was sitting on her porch. So then I got to actually talk to her, which was really nice, and she was really happy to talk to me too, because I don't think I've ever really said a word to her before. And so that's a good memory I have as a kid, as when I was your age. All right, now that I have my bees, see, popped out, and just flip it upside down. These are the wings. You're gonna glue them onto your green. And then you can even decorate wings too, but I'm not today. Or maybe I will, because I am actually gonna deliver this. But I just wanna show you some fun things you can do with these. All right. So I got my wings on there, and I'm gonna take my Tootsie Roll and I'm actually gonna glue it right on there, on the green. And I'm kind of gonna fan open the white part. But first, let me glue the Tootsie Roll on. Make sure it's all wrapped up. You don't want to glue the chocolate. I'm not wasting no chocolate here. Okay, so I glued on my Tootsie Roll and I fanned out the white because I'm gonna take a marker and I'm gonna put a face on there. Dot, dot, and a smile. And you know what, maybe I will decorate. I'm only decorating with black right now, and I kind of wish I was decorating with colors. Because it's not as pretty as it usually looks in just black, but that's okay. So now I have a butterfly. All right, next thing you're gonna do, so these things need to somehow go into your bouquet, so we need them on stems. Now, you can go find sticks. That's what I actually highly recommend, but I didn't find sticks. So I'm just gonna take some more construction paper and I'm gonna cut some straight lines. I'm gonna lift up my bouquet, where did my bouquet go? Here it is. And I'm gonna see how tall do I need it. So I could keep it that high, but I might cut it just a little bit down because you don't want crazy high ones. They're gonna fall all over. And I'm gonna take it back out. I'm gonna glue my flower onto it. So now it has a stem. Voila. And then you can put it in your bouquet. And then the more stuff you add in, the better they'll sit in there. See, mine's kind of like flopping around. That's why sticks are also very good too. Use some sticks. You go find some sticks from a tree. So go ahead and keep decorating. I'll show you what mine's gonna look like in a little bit. I'm gonna put you on pause. All right, so now what I did was I took my bouquet and I decorated the front and said Happy May Day, put a flower. I gave it a little hanger. I got some tulips now and heart flowers. Different flowers in there. So you don't have to have candy on them unless you want to. Am I upside down? Sorry. But yeah, so I hooked up this by putting some string and punching holes in them. Now, they're gonna be flimsy because they're paper. But it's cute. And if you know you're gonna give it to someone that you can get a basket back, you can always use an Easter basket and make things a little easier. But, or even just, voila. Cute little May Day flower. I'm gonna go surprise someone. You wanna come with me?